Hello everyone and welcome back to Yoga with Chelsea. My name is Chelsea and I want to take a quick moment to thank those of you who have reached out to me to let me know that my videos have made a difference for you. This is exactly why I do what I do and I love it very much. Today we will be flowing to reduce stress and dive into the parasympathetic nervous system and just take a moment today to remind ourselves that we got this. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel, get what you need ready for your practice today, and let's get started. Once you have settled in to where you will begin your practice, let's go ahead and meet in a child's pose on the knees. You can keep them together or as wide as the mat. Reach your arms forward. And we're going to take a few breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Right away, letting go of any tension in the shoulders. You can rest your forehead, cheek, or chin on the mat. Lengthen through the back body. The tailbone is reaching down towards the heels. And imagining yourself getting longer and longer through each breath. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, let's come up to table pose, meeting with our shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, and right away, going into our cat-cow, we're going to exhale, push through the palms, round through the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, gaze goes up, drop the belly. And again, exhale, round through. Continue your cat-cow at your own pace. We all have different capacities of breath, so finding what works for you. Lengthening through the abdomen as you inhale. Keep the neck long. And drawing that belly button in towards the spine as you exhale. Last round of breath. Inhale and exhale. Meeting in a neutral spine. We're going to walk the hands forward. Maybe you come down onto the forearms first, relaxing the forehead down towards the mat. If it's comfortable, you'll extend the arms all the way forward. Inhale, the tailbone's reaching up towards the ceiling. The heart is opening up towards the earth. Take a big deep breath and exhale. Going to come all the way forward, laying down on our bellies. The palms will come underneath the shoulders and lift maybe into your baby cobra. Just the chest and chin will lift up. Make sure the legs are zipped up together. If it's comfortable, you may press all the way up into your full cobra. It's still early, so if you're not quite here yet, that's okay. Take a big deep breath. Maybe take the gaze over to the right. And come back to center, inhale, and exhale, take the gaze over to the other side. And back to center, inhale, push through the palms, and exhale, come all the way down, slowly press up into table pose and into your down dog. Take your time, slowly lift the hips up, you may keep the knees generously bent. Pedal the feet right away, let the hips sway side to side. We're opening the chest. Relax through the neck. Nice deep breath. Letting all that tension out, any negativity that you feel. We're going to tuck our tailbone round through each vertebrae in the spine and meet in a plank position. So drawing the shoulders over the wrists. Taking a breath here. And then maybe you drop your knees. Following me, hugging the elbows in, then your chest and chin. You might take your full flow. Inhale, find the gaze up. And exhale back to down dog. Breathe. The gaze will come forward, bend the knees, step, jump, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to round through, slowly root to rise, all the way to stand. Inhale, arms high. Palms together, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms high. Palms together, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step or jump to your plank position. As you exhale, find your flow. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Lifting the heels on your inhale. As you exhale, drop them down towards the mat. Lifting again, inhale. And dropping them down, exhale. Take that spinal roll, meeting from down dog to plank. Shoulders come over the wrists. Inhale. And exhale, take your flow. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, down dog. Lifting the left leg high for three-legged dog. Take a big breath in, keeping the shoulders nice and square. As you exhale, we're going to step it all the way through. In between the hands, drop your right knee. Inhale the arms high, low lunge. Take a breath. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. We're lengthening the neck. Keep that tailbone tucked down and your tummy nice and strong. Breathe. Make sure we're not leaning too far forward, allowing the knee to come over the toes, but nice and stacked. One more breath. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the palms down to frame the foot. Step back to your plank position. As you exhale, take your flow. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, down dog. The gaze will come forward, bend the knees, step, jump, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly round through to stand. Inhale, take all that positivity in. Palms together. Exhale, take it all the way down. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump to plank position. As you exhale, take your flow. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. As you can, your right leg will lift up high, reaching it for the sky. Big, deep breath. As you exhale, the right foot will come in between the hands. Drop your left knee to the ground. Inhale, arms high. Adjusting, settling into your low lunge. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Bring the palms to each side of the foot. Step back to your plank position and take your flow. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, down dog. Big deep breath here. Beautiful. We're going to come down to the knees. Bring the hips back to the heels for child's pose. Reach your arms forward. Take a nice deep breath. And as you can, you're going to take your left arm, thread it underneath the chest and over towards the right. It might feel really good to let the head fall towards the right as well. So now the weight of your body is on top of this left shoulder. Letting go of any tension that you feel. If it's comfortable, relax the head all the way down. Beautiful. Slowly bring that left arm back through and forward, taking it to the other side. Right arm will thread underneath. You might take the gaze over to the left. Fill that back body with air, feeling the skin expand. And exhale. Wonderful. Slowly coming back to center, reaching both arms forward. Take a nice deep stretch and slowly meeting back in table pose. Tucking the toes, lifting into down dog. Take a breath. And when you're ready, lifting the left leg high. Inhale and exhale, bend your left knee and bring it to the left thumb for pigeon pose. Now, adjusting as you can here. Sometimes we will find that we're really high up off the ground and it may feel better to put a blanket or a block underneath your left sit bone. You can also adjust and lean to the left side and zigzag both of the legs. This all depends on what feels good to you, where your hip flexors are as far as flexibility. So just find a point of comfort, find your edge. If it's more comfortable to stay up with a tall spine, please feel free to stay here. If it's more comfortable, drop down to your forearms, maybe relax your head. But finding that edge is important. Pushing it will only cause more discomfort and essentially make the situation or that area worse. But when you find your edge and just breathe into it, that is when we can find the space to let go. Slowly coming up to a tall spine. We're going to lean all the way over to our left side and sweep our left leg all the way forward and around on top of that left leg. Now this, we may end up in a very awkward and uncomfortable position. Your right knee might be way up here. And in that case, you might not bring your right foot all the way around. So find what works for you. You might feel a very extreme release without bringing your right foot all the way around. But ideally, your right foot is planted on the mat or floor beside you on the other side of your left leg. Tall spine, shoulders are relaxed. Take a big deep breath. And then we're going to do a fun little fancy transition. So even if your leg didn't make it all the way over, we're going to adjust the hands to come all the way to the left side and rotating the hips and lifting ourselves up to face the back of our mat. And now we are here in a wide-legged forward fold. So your knees might be bent. You might have to adjust the width of your feet. But wherever you are, finding your head and chest are reaching down towards the mat. Toes are angled inward, just a tad. You might grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers. You might cross the arms and hold on to opposite ankles. You might just be letting the arms fall freely to the floor. Bring in just a little bit of that weight into the balls of your feet. Take a big deep breath. Release the arms, and then we're going to continue to move and twist all the way to the left, rotating the feet, bending the knees, and coming to a seated position in the opposite direction. So maybe again, that left foot might come right in front of you and not be wrapping around that bottom right leg. Figure it out. Maybe you put a blanket under that sit bone. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Take this left leg, sweeping it all the way back behind you, and we're just reversing into our pigeon pose on the opposite side now. So the left leg's going to reach back. You might be leaning on your right hip in your zigzag. You might put a blanket or a block under there. You might already be relaxing in your sleeping pigeon with your forearms on the ground. Wherever you are, breathing. I always like to make little micro movements as I hold my poses. Lengthening through my spine, pulling the belly button towards the inner thigh. Breathing deep here. Remembering we're diving into that parasympathetic nervous system. So through discomfort, we almost have a sense of panic or a butterfly feeling or a need to come out of whatever is causing discomfort quickly. When we inhale, our heartbeat rises just a tad. We feel a little nervous maybe. But then as we exhale, our heartbeat lowers, things calm down. We're letting our body and our mind know that this is okay. And then instead of feeling the fight or flight instinct, that instead we're diving into the rest and restore, that calm sensation or that calm piece of the mind and body, and reminding ourselves that it's okay, that this is an okay feeling and that we're going to get past it and we're creating that space. Slowly coming back up to plant the palms. This time we're going to tuck the toes, lift all the way up into your three-legged dog with your right leg high. Taking a big deep breath. And drop it down to down dog. Opening up the heart center, you might feel a significant difference now in your down dog and how it feels. The space behind the knees or in your shoulders. You might feel a little bit stronger in your arms. Beautiful. We're going to come down to drop the knees and sit all the way back onto your heels. Now this one you can choose to take into an intense progression, or you can keep it really gentle. In fact, you don't even have to lift the hips up if you don't want to. So first, taking our right hand, planting it or reaching it right behind your right foot or toes. Maybe you're on your fingertips. Maybe you can plant the hand all the way down, and your opposite arm is going to reach up and over. Now we'll stay here if this is perfect, if this is good for you. If it's comfortable, you can lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, and really arch that back. Breathe. And slowly bring it down. Left arm comes down, hips come down, and moving all the way to the other side. Left hand will plant behind you, right arm up and over. Maybe you just reach, or maybe you push the hips forward. Hold for 3. Breathe. 2, 1. Drop the hips. Come back to neutral and bring the palms together. Take a breath. And then we're going to meet in child's pose. Reach the arms forward. Hips come back down to the heels. All right, and slowly coming up to table pose. We're going to crawl all the way forward, meet on your backs. Laying flat, knees are up, feet are planted. Sway the knees side to side. Adjust your shoulders. When you're ready, we're going to lift the knees, bring the feet to where you can either grab them, maybe you can't reach, and instead you'll grab behind the knees, opening up the hips, taking your happy baby. Reaching the low back to the mat. Shoulders are drawing down. Breathe. And we're slowly going to release the feet, bring them back down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, and knees are going to fall open. Taking your supine butterfly. And from here, bringing the hands to the belly. You might interlace the fingers so that they don't come apart. And just for a moment, let's feel our breath. The rise of our belly as we inhale. And as we exhale, It deflates, lets go of any stagnant air that's in the lungs, any negativity or tension. Feel the belly as you breathe. This is our prana, our life force. Our breath helps keep us nourished. It helps to create a sense of peace. It helps remind us that we are alive and we matter. Assisting the knees with your hands if you wish to bring them back together, nice and slow. And then when you're ready, extending both legs into your Shavasana, adjusting any flesh underneath the body to become nice and comfortable. Now, I always recommend a Shavasana, even if for a brief few moments, to allow the body to rest and restore and really soak up all of the wonderful benefits and nutrients of its practice. Reset the spine, and ideally kickstart our day wonderfully. Feel free to pause the video and take a longer Shavasana, relaxing through the entirety of the body and shutting down the eyes. If you choose to end here, have a beautiful day. Otherwise, you can move forward with me to end our practice together, wiggling the toes and fingers, finding a way to roll up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting nice and tall. And we're going to seal off this practice with our final breaths. We're going to inhale the arms high, palms together, exhale, bring them to heart center. And one more time. Inhale, palms together, exhale. Bring it down to the heart and give yourself a bow. Thanking yourself for showing up on your mat today and doing a wonderful job taking care of you. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.